he would quite often come in with his rock and roll sidemen, you know, and after an all-night session. And he came in, I talked yesterday with Billy about this, he remembered it too, Billy Preston. They came in all uproarious and boisterous, and there was an organ in the kitchen. So Billy came in and he sat down behind the organ, and Jim Kellner set up his drums or some you know, they had some instruments, and they got a little amp, plugged it in, and they said they wanted me to hear this new song that they've been working on all night. They said, we're going to call it My Sweet Lord. So the chorus was Hallelujah. And then I started shouting Hare Krishna, and then they began to join in the Hare Krishna. So it wound up as a mix of both.
In that way, George spread the Hare Krishna mantra farther and wider than anyone in history except for Srila Prabhupada. And of course Lord Chaitanya 500 years ago. But everybody all over the world heard that song, and it was #1 in many, many countries. And that's a great claim to fame from George.
Sure, it had an amazing effect throughout the world. Young people, if the Beatles liked it, then it's okay. Then it's okay. It's acceptable. And then they at least listen. And then they had to make a decision if it was for them or not. But so many people did listen. Thousands. So that was George's service to Prabhupada. And in his visits to Prabhupada also, he was curious about whether he should don the robes, shave his head, and wear them, you know. But Prabhupada said, no. He said, don't even become my initiated disciple. You are already my disciple. You are my son. And George mastered the art of talking about Krishna without mentioning Krishna, almost, and putting a tag on it. He talked about God and cosmic consciousness and this kind of thing. He used those words. Got the message through. That song, I've got a lot of work to do trying to get a message through. And his way of doing it was particularly unique, and it was troubling to him how to do it, but eventually he felt comfortable with it, the preaching style that he developed.